Alright man, so what's up guys, Airball here and I'm back with another video. And this is going to be the best 6'9" two-way 3-level shot creator build on NBA 2K25. So I'm not going to waste any time, man, just get right in the video. So I'm going to go right hand, jersey numbers don't really matter. And then position, we're going to go with small forward, alright, because this build is 6'9". And as you guys can see, if you go shooting guard, you can only go 6'8". So you can go 6'9" at the small forward. And yeah, it's going to be pretty solid. The weight, we're going to go pretty low on the weight. I'm not going to lie. The weight is going to be pretty low. And we're going to go with 188 pounds. The reason why we're going with this is to get that 75 speed with ball. You guys see if we go any higher, if we go 189, we get the 74 speed with ball. But we want that 188 for the weight, so we get silver lightning launch and we'll also be able to unlock some certain SIGs. That'll be decent for this build. Now the wingspan, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of debating this one. I was debating going 7'1", but then I realized to go 7'2", you get the 85 steal. Now, if you go 7'1", you get an 89 mid-range shot, which means you can get gold set shot specialist. But the thing you're losing out on is steal. You guys see 84 steal. With 7'2" wingspan, you get an 86 steal. With this build, it would be 85, so you get that gold interceptor. So me, I went 7'2" with the wingspan, so I get gold interceptor. And we are losing out on that gold set shot specialist. But if you do want to go 7'1" and then lower the steal a little bit, lower than 84, then definitely go ahead. But for me, I want this build to have better defense. So I'm going to go 7'2" for the wingspan. Get that to that 85 steal, and we'll still have like an 87 mid-range, which will still be solid enough to get some decent enough badges. Now, starting off with the finishing stats, the close shot is going to be a 77. All right, again, the close shot on like every single build in this game is going to be high because it's tied into so many attributes, and in this case, it's going to be tied in the mid-range is going to be an 87, which I'm going to upgrade soon. But 77 close shot, I mean, you get bronze float game, you get paint prodigy, I guess, but I'm not going to lie, the close shot really doesn't matter too much. I mean, obviously, you can hit wide open layups, so that would be just fine. The driving layup is going to be an 80, and once we upgrade the strength rating to a 67, I believe, then we'll be able to get that physical finisher badge on silver. And also with 80 driving layup, you'll be able to unlock certain layup styles, things like that. That'll be pretty solid in this game. Now, the driving dunk, we're going to go with an 87. 87 is the main threshold for most builds in this game because not only does it get you silver posterizer, but it also gets you the pro contact dunks off too. And in general, it's just a contact dunk package that will be very, very solid in this game. So 87 driving dunk along with a 75 vertical is going to be very, very solid. Now, moving on to the shooting stats. Actually, let's get post control to 50 first. Moving on to the shooting stats, we get an 87 for the mid-range. We're going to go 87 for the midi simply just to get the shifty shooter on silver. We need to upgrade the agility a little bit, but we'll be able to get that on silver. I'll show you guys after. We can't get 89 mid-range, like I said, because the wingspan is 7'2", and I explained earlier that if you want to go 7'1" wingspan, get the 89 mid-range, you could. It's just that you'd be losing out on the 85 steal, which gets you gold interceptors. So 87 midi, honestly, I think will be just fine. The three-pointer is going to be an 80, all right, 83 ball. You know, you don't really get any extra badges. You can't really get limitless range unless you lower the wingspan again to 7'1" to get the 83 three ball. Now, again, if you wanted to do that, you definitely could. But for me personally, I wanted to have more defense on this build to make it more well-rounded. The free throw, we're going to go with a 66. Which will be just fine. I mean, if you're playing like rec on this build, then you can definitely up the free throw if you wanted to and just sacrifice some other attribute. Now, moving on to the playmaking, all right, the pass accuracy is going to be a 71. So 71 pass accuracy gets us bronze break starter as well as silver dimer. I use 71 pass accuracy on my center build, and I honestly pass just fine. Like, I'm able to like throw outlet passes just fine with the 71. But I think 71 is the bare minimum you need because I've used 65, and 65 just is not as great as 71. So 71 pass accuracy is definitely, I think, the bare minimum you should go with. And that also gets you silver dimer, which you can use your max plus 1 perk to upgrade that to gold. So yeah, silver dimer I think will definitely be solid enough. The ball handling, we're going to go with an 80, so we get unpluggable on silver. You can't get handles for days on silver, unfortunately, because you are 6'9", and the highest ball handle rating you can get at 6'9" is an 80. You need an 81 for silver. But honestly, 80 ball handle will still get you some decent enough SIGs that you can use on this build. Now, the speed with ball, like I said, 75. At 68, you get bronze lightning launch, but at 75, you get lightning launch on silver. And keep in mind that this is a tier 2 badge, so if you want to use this on your max plus 1 on lightning launch to get that up to gold, you could definitely do that over using something like dimer. And 6'9" with gold lightning launch would be absolutely crazy. So yeah, 75 speed with ball is what we're going to go with. Get the silver lightning launch, and then you could potentially upgrade that to gold using the max plus 1. Now, moving on to defense, you get the interior defense up to a 70. All right, that's the lowest you can go on this build because you're going to have an 85 steel, and you basically need a minimum of 70 interior to have an 85 steel, or else you'll just mess up the attributes. The perimeter defense is going to be an 85, so we'll be able to get Challenger on silver, as well as On-Ball Menace once we upgrade the agility, and we'll also be able to get Silver Pick Dodger once we upgrade the agility as well. The steel, like I said, 85. I really just wanted that gold interceptor. And you guys see here, if we go lower on the interior, then it lowers the steel. So make sure you go with that 70 interior so you get the 85 steel rating and an 85 perimeter. All right, now this block, we are going to go up to a 78. 78 block. We'll be able to get you that Silver High Flying Denier once we upgrade the vertical. And Silver High Flying Denier, again, is pretty solid. Maybe if you're playing on like the 1 score or something, you could maybe throw on the max +1 on High Flying Denier, get that up to gold. I mean, you really have options here. You can use, for the tier 2 badges, you get some really solid tier 2 badges like High Flying Denier. You get Lightning Launch and Silver. You get Silver Dimer. And those are all tier 2 badges that you could potentially use your max +1 perk on. Obviously, you can't use them all at the same time, but, you know, it is what it is. The rebounding, we're going to go up to an 80 offensive rebounding, all right? And we're not going to upgrade the defensive rebounding. The reason why we're going with this is simply just because of how cheap offensive rebounding is. I'll show you guys once I'm finished with the build how cheap offensive rebound is compared to defensive rebound. And you guys will see that, honestly, it's just way more worth it to upgrade offensive rebound than having defensive rebound. You'll be able to get Silver Rebound Chaser. You'll be able to grab rebounds just fine on this build. Now, moving on to the physicals. We are going to get an 80 speed, or 81 speed, actually. We're going to get 81 speed. We're going to get an 80 agility. All right, 80 agility. So we get the shifty shooter. We get on-ball menace. We get pick dodger, all that good stuff. The strength rating is going to be a 73. So we get gold strong handle. We also get box out beast on silver, as well as brick wall and physical finisher. The vertical is going to be a 75, and that's going to do it for the build. But just to show you guys about the rebounding, look at how cheap the offensive rebounding is. If you go down to 65 offensive rebound, I mean, look, you can't even upgrade 1 on your defensive rebounding. In fact, look at this. I'm going way, way, way low on my rebounding. And just look at how much it takes to upgrade 1 in defensive rebounding. To get 32 on my offensive rebound, 32 points on my offensive rebound, it costs just 1 for defensive rebounding. So you could go 66 and then 48. But offensive rebounding is so cheap, you might as well just go with that 80 and with the 65 defensive rebound, and you'll be saving so many attributes on your build. But this is what the build is looking like, man. Shades of Scottie Pippen, OG Anunoby, and Jaden McDaniels, all terrific defenders, obviously. This is a terrific defending build. But the build name is going to be called, like I said, a 2-way 3-level shot career on NBA 2K25. Now, that's going to do it for the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to comment and subscribe. I post every single day on this channel. So make sure to stay tuned for daily uploads. But yeah, this is Airball. Peace.